Let's imagine you are a private investigator and also you are a wizard. And these are Dresden Files by Jim Butcher. Hi, this is James, and welcome to my channel. I finished the first book, The Stormfront, and it was pretty compelling and gripping, so here is my review. I gave you some feeling of the book, but let me tell you a bit more about the plot. The main character's name is Harry Dresden, and he's a wizard, as I said previously, and one day he gets a phone call from a woman who seems to be scared of something, and she's telling him that there is a mysterious story about her husband who has disappeared not a long time ago, and she's pretty sure that only a wizard can find him. So, what we have to do? Harry agrees to investigate her case and he suggests her to meet in a couple of hours at his office. But meanwhile, while he was waiting for her, he gets another call from the police. Every now and then he works with police as a special department investigator, and his friend detective called like, "Hello, Harry, here is a mysterious case of murder of two people at a hotel room. Doors are locked inside, windows are closed, no fingerprints, no footprints, no trace at all, but two people are dead. We need your help." He looks at the watch and makes a decision that, alright, I have just an hour, maybe less, and I'll just take a look at what's going on there. Is it some kind of magical stuff or it's not magical stuff, and police should work better. At the time he arrives, he enters the room in a hotel. Two bodies are on the bed. They are murdered, and the picture of a crime scene makes his blood run cold. There is a terrible scene of two people who were doing some adult stuff, and they both have the rib cages wide open, no hearts. That looks very messy, and everyone's befuddled by what is going on. How might it have happened? And that's what we're going to find out. While he was rushing back to his office to meet the woman who had called him before, he got stopped by the car of the local mafia boss. And he told him, "Hey Harry, don't investigate this crime. This is not your business. I'll pay you a modest sum of money that will cover all your bills for the month. But don't do anything about this case." Sounds suspicious, right? And he decides that, no way. There is no way I'm taking money. There is no way I'm not getting involved in that. So at that time, we started two investigations. One is of disappearance of a man, and another of some cruel murder of two people committed by pretty powerful wizards. No more spoilers. So what's my opinion? I give this book 3 out of 5 stars. It was average book for me, but it was pretty compelling and pretty gripping. The book is full of action. One fight goes after another, one plot twist after another, a couple of cliffhangers in between, and I enjoyed it. I listened part of a book in an audio format, which was voiced by James Marsters. If you know, this is an American actor who played Spike in Buffy the Vampire Slayer TV show. I liked about the book is that it was very fast-paced. It had lots of action and pretty interesting investigation. Even though I had guessed before the end of the book who the murder was, I enjoyed it much. One thing that I didn't like about the book at all is that every now and then, I'm not sure, is it about the author of the book or more about the character, who is the main character of the book, I'm talking about Harry Dresden, makes some sexualized notes about women around him, and it confused me all the time. For example, the first time when we stumble across some kind of sexualization of women is at the crime scene at the hotel room. So there is a body, totally in total mess, ribcage wide open, and the main character makes some notes about a good-looking breast of a woman who is not alive. And he makes those notes about all the women who are around him. So I get confused all the time, and that's why I couldn't give this book 4 stars at least. So it's average, and those notes gave me, I'd say, a negative impression. Despite that, great plot. I highly recommend you to read it if you're looking for some mysterious fantasy detective story. And moreover, it is a book series. As far as I know, there are about 16 books at the time, and we I believe that this universe of Dresden Files is pretty much developed, and we can enjoy lots of stories within that world. Have you read this book? Have you read this series? Please share your opinion in the comments. I'm pretty much interested to read. And see you next time. Bye.